Greetings, and welcome back to JT on the Go. This is the 8th and final part of my 8-part series about the Disney Treasure. If you missed parts 1 through 7, please check them out before watching part 8. We are back at Port Canaveral, Florida, the place we started the 13th inaugural sailing of the Disney Treasure, which means our 7-day cruise has come to an end. Last night, our luggage was taken to the lower level and is currently being unloaded. We will be retrieving our luggage in the terminal after we get off the ship. While the porters are moving our luggage to the terminal, let's get our last breakfast. As it turns out, some of the ships we saw here back in part 1 were not on 7-day itineraries. Most of the time, cruise ships dock at their home ports while everyone is sleeping, but I was lucky to see this Carnival ship arrive. To help with the quick turnaround of the ship, only one half of the Marceline market was open, or you can go to your last seating restaurant. Because it's early in the morning, the crew is making sure all the passengers have breakfast before getting off the vessel. I was watching this while eating, and it does take a while for cruise ships to finish docking. With breakfast out of the way, let's check out the pool deck real quick. The sun is beginning to rise. Everything on the vessel is closed except for the Marceline Market and the photo gallery. They need to unload the current passengers and load the new group of passengers for the next cruise. The only ships I remember seeing here on day 1 were the Norwegian Epic and the Royal Caribbean Adventure of the Seas. Here's our last look at the magnificent Grand Atrium. Because we left the country, we would have to go through customs right after collecting our luggage. For the Disney terminal, you don't need to give them your passport because they just take a picture of you and you're done. This means that Disney Cruise Line knows who's on board the Treasure for this voyage because every single passenger had to check themselves in on day 1. Here's how luggage collection works. Luggage is divided by colors, and selected Disney characters represent each one. When we were here after getting off the Wish, our luggage was in the green section, represented by Tinkerbell. This time, our luggage was in the red section, represented by Captain Mickey. Last time we parked at the port. This time we had to take a rental car shuttle to get a rental car. You catch them in this area where you would catch Disney Cruise Line buses that go to Orlando International Airport and the Walt Disney World resorts. There are 3 different color lines, and it's important to know where you are going. If you are taking a Disney Cruise Line bus to any resort at Walt Disney World, then you would follow the blue line. If you are taking a bus straight to Orlando International Airport to head home, then you would follow the red line. And if you are going to rent a car and are catching a rental car shuttle, then you would follow the yellow line, which is what we're doing. If you need a good recommendation for a rental car company to use in Port Canaveral, I recommend either Alamo, National, or Enterprise because their rental car center is the closest to the port. This leads to them to have more frequent shuttle services because the distance from the ship to the rental car center is shorter than with other rental car companies, whose centers were farther away and in Cocoa Beach. If you enjoyed this 8-part series about the Disney Treasure, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again. Cruising is a fun and enjoyable experience, and the Disney Treasure is a ship I recommend. Thanks for watching.